Hey, how is everyone doing? So in today's video, I'm going to talk about reproduction carts, some other stuff you can do with them. For example, you can upload Rom hacks to them. It's a nice cheap alternative to maybe getting something else that might cost more. You can get these anywhere from $5 if you go to AliExpress, or $15 if you go to places like eBay. So that's pretty much what I have planned to talk about. But first, without further ado, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you everyone who's done it so far, and let's just get into the video now. So here is the GB Operator, Epilogue's GB Operator. Now this is very good. I've used it a lot. You can use it to play games on your computer. Now when you do that, it's more of an emulation. It's not actually playing it like you would on the Analogue Pocket. It's just emulation, but it's a pretty cool system. You can play it, it saves, it does everything by itself. So you don't have to, like, for example, if you play on an emulator on a computer, you don't have to move the save over to the game itself. Now if you look here, this is this is really delayed. Now this is delayed to June. So today we're in March, so it's a good, that's a good 3 months right there. It's delayed. So now you would order it, and you'd obviously have to wait 3 months to do everything that I'm talking about. But if you have it already, then then you're in luck, because you can do what I'm talking about, which is flashing ROM hacks that you might have. Now the cool thing about this is that you can flash ROM hacks, Game Boy Advance Game Boy Advance reproduction carts, and you can flash Game Boy Color, Game Boy reproduction carts. So now, for example, if this is something you're interested in, you can go all out. You can take the sticker off the cart. You can go to places like Etsy, get some holographic stickers, throw it on. You can do all types of different things. And the prices are not too bad for repro carts. So you know what? Let's go to, for example, let me just bring this over. Now, if you look here, this is just eBay. So eBay is always a little bit more expensive if you're here in the States, but if you want something faster, this is probably the best way to go. Now you can see repo carts for like $20. Here's a Game Boy one for $6. Another Game Boy Advance one for $17. Now this is pretty much what you would get. See, this is another one. This is a repo one, but this is actually $20 from the UK. Now something like this you probably wouldn't want to, because it looks like has a whole box and everything. You would look for something generic. For example, like the Ashanti game, you can just remove the sticker. It's just straight black, so it's nothing crazy there. Now the thing with these carts is you can't really reshell them with an authentic cart, because usually the reproduction, the card, the memories inside of it are completely different than an original one. So let me see if I can click on one, and maybe let's see if it'll tell me. So let's see if it'll not just shows you that it works. That's all it does. Now let me see if I can find one that actually shows you the back, because that makes a big difference. God damn, look at this. An EverDrive is going for $128. Wow. I mean, they're usually $100. So I guess, but they're marking up $30. Okay, here's another reproduction one. Let me see. But this one looks a little bit better than the other one. All right, so these aren't the best ones to show you now. But let's go to AliExpress. Now, this is where you can get good deals on these games. So you would obviously want a Game Boy Advance one in order to play Game Boy Advance ROM hacks, or just load your own games on it. So let's just let's look at this one. There you go. This is $5 per cart. This is pretty cool. Maybe I'll probably give this a go myself. I'll just buy it and then just go through and see what I can do. Now I already have some reproduction carts that I'm gonna do in front of everybody, like on the computer itself, so that won't be too much of an issue. But this is not a bad price. $4.30. Shipping is an extra $3. You buy a couple of these and the shipping doesn't go up. That's not a bad price. Now let's see. There's also Game Boy Advance. Now you do also want to look for something for Game Boy games as well. So let's see what we have. Here we go. Obviously you want to make sure you get a 16-bit. You don't want to get just something that's compatible with a Game Boy. Okay, so you see, especially the ones that just say game, it's that, you know, it's a repo. Now, like I said, it has good use cases. So $4 is also not a bad thing. Now, just remember, this will take about a month to get to you, easy. So look, estimated May 17th. What else we have? What was the other one? Estimated April 10th. Well, the other one was 2 months. At least this one's a month. Man, some of this stuff will take a long time to get to you. Here's another good price. It's $4 plus a $4 coupon. So that's pretty cool. You get a couple of these. Another one, another month. So these are definitely going to take a while. So these are all fake cards, so you can easily overwrite it. So, you know what I want to do is let me gather up the ROM hacks I want to use. Let me get together the actual reproduction carts, and let's just throw it in and let's see what we can do. Alright, so we are back. So I got everything lined up. So just very simple. If you haven't seen any of my other videos or seen how it works, you pop in the cartridge. You know what, let me do an authentic cartridge first, that way you guys can see how it looks. So I'm going to put Donkey Kong Land in. And there you go. So usually you would give a whole description. I don't know why it is not, but usually give you a whole description, and it's kind of nice. Let's try another one. I don't know why that one didn't work. Let's try Bomberman. Let's see if that one gives me a description. There you go. That one does. So as you can tell, this is Bomberman. Now, ironically enough, the picture doesn't match it. It says Wario Blast. So there are some issues. Be advised, this is still in beta form, even though it's been out for a while already. Let's try a little more common one. Let's try this one here. So, there you go. If you look right here, it's fairly simple. Let me see if I can expand on this. There we go. Make it big so everybody can see. You know, it's kind of small. It's small either way. Let me see if I can. No, I can't zoom in real quick. So this is Pokemon Gold, as you can see here. It says an official cartridge right here, and it's read only. That means that this cannot overwrite this. And now, ironically enough, if you've seen any of my last videos, for example, the ones with the real-time clock pre-modded flash carts itself, the single-use ones, those does identify as official or read-only cartridge. So it's not perfect system. It cannot detect 100% of the time if something is authentic. So I wouldn't rely on this alone to determine if something is authentic. Now, so let's just start. I'm going to put in a Game Boy one. Okay, so there's a Game Boy one. You can tell it's unofficial cartridge right here. And it's a rewritable cartridge. So this means that you can upload your own game to it, which is pretty cool. If you launch it, this is going to be what you always see in the beginning of some of my episodes. If you've seen any of them, this is like my logo. You know, it's just my thumbnail here. You can see it right there. It's fairly simple. That's what it is. So that's how I uploaded an old, used an old crystal repo cart, and I just uploaded my own logo on it. That's essentially what I did. So from here, let's load a game. You know, we're gonna do Pokemon Prism. That's a pretty popular ROM hack. So let's upload that one. Now it might take some time because it's, you know, the bigger the file, the longer the time. So the Game Boy Advance ones definitely will take some time. So let's upload a game. It's fairly simple. You press upload, you hit start, you look for it. Now I want to do all because it's a Game Boy Color game. Okay, open. And now here it's where it's going to take a little bit of time. So I might end up either, you know, fast forwarding a little bit or just cutting it out till it reaches the end. So let's just let's let it do its thing now. Okay, so now it said it's finished. You know, let me just try launching it and see if it launches into Pokemon Prism. Later on, I'm going to put it in the Analogue Pocket as well. Yes, so you're always going to get the integrity check failure. Mute it. Yep, there you go. It loaded in to the latest one too. So this is the latest ROM hack. Cool. All right. So put this aside and we'll try it. we will try it in the Analogue Pocket after I do the Game Boy Advance ones. So here we go. Here is a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald. So you can tell, unofficial cartridge, rewritable cartridge. This lets me know this is definitely fake. Now, while I mentioned before this can be fooled into thinking something is authentic or, you know, an official cartridge, I'm like 100% sure that if it says unofficial, it is unofficial. So there's no way around it. If you can rewrite, if you can upload your own game to a cart, it's definitely not official cartridge, because you cannot do that to regular ones. So at least 100% certainty, if it says it is not an official cartridge, it is not an official cartridge. If it says it is, that's where it can get a little mucky. But let's just, you know, just be wary of it. So now what we're gonna do, let's upload a game. Let's put a ROM hack of Pokemon Shiny Gold. This one makes the, what's it called? Okay, this one makes gold and silver. Pretty much puts it on a Game Boy Advance game, and it did a lot of updates to it as well. It's a very good ROM hack. If you've never played it, I definitely recommend it. If you want to play Pokemon Gold on a Game Boy Advance cartridge and on a Game Boy Advance console, it's updated graphics, all that stuff. Obviously, it doesn't beat the DS release, Heart Gold, but it is still a very good ROM hack, and I definitely recommend it. So this is a Game Boy Advance one. It's definitely going to take a little bit longer, so I'll let it do its thing, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. So this ROM hack was originally made off of Pokemon Fire Red, so that's why it looks like it's recognizing it as Fire Red. Let's just launch it. Let's see if it runs here. So let's see. Okay, up here it's going. Give it a couple seconds. It takes a little longer to load Game Boy Advance games than it does Game Boy or Game Boy Color games. Okay, so it has loaded, same integrity check failure. Yes. And there you go. So the hack was made for fans. Okay. There you go. Look at that. Shiny Gold Sigma version. Very interested to try this out in the Analogue and see how it looks. This is also a good alternative if you don't have a flash card, but you know, these games are pretty cheap, and if you just really want to play like one extra game or something, this is definitely a good alternative. So we'll really try this out on the Analogue Pocket. Let's do one more. I'm very interested on this one. So the one we're going to try is the Open Laura game that did, what was it called? Tomb Raider. So this would be a very interesting one to do. So let's just go to data, upload game, and I'm just going to let it do its thing. Let's try Open Laura. All right, so it comes up as Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That's interesting. So that's what they, I guess, started the game off of. Wow, that's weird. I didn't know that's how it identified it. So let's just launch it and let's see if it actually runs. And then if it does, then it should theoretically run on any hardware that plays Game Boy Advance games. So let's just give it a second and let's see what is going to happen. Okay, so as usual, you get the integrity check failure, and it crashed. So I don't even know if it's going to work. All right, so what we're going to do now is let's move over to the Analogue Pocket and let's see if it will actually work. All right, everyone. So real quick, let me just show you what we have. Obviously, I have the Analogue here. Here's the Epilogue. Right here, the GB Operator. Here is one of the reproduction carts that I've used. Now, this usually just has my logo on it that I put on the Analogue Pockets. Here's another one. This is a repo of Fire Emblem. And I will have the other one, which was Pokemon Emerald. Now, you guys already saw what I put on that, so I won't waste too much time reiterating that. But first, why don't we start with the Game Boy Color reproduction card. That way you guys can check it out. So you can tell, I believe this one is Prism. Yeah, there you go. Yep, there's Prism. It's pretty cool if you get something like one of these from like AliExpress and you just load a ROM on it. Now they might not always work right because even though this one has a battery in there, I don't know if the real-time clock works. Let's see. Sure. Let's see if the real-time clock works. Okay. Just gonna try and go through this real quick. I just want to see if it works. I know this Repro card, this is why you gotta be careful. This one doesn't have a good save. So, for some reason the flash memory does not work right. But for the game that I load on it, it should not be an issue. Okay, sure. Alright, let's see. So, let's see if we can figure out what the time is now. That battery here might just be for the save. It's probably what it is. Let's see. The game works, no problem. I don't have any issues with it. Okay. Yeah, runs just like everything else. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one now. Okay, so the next one I have is a, let's do what used to be Pokemon Emeralds. There you go, this one is gold. Sigma gold version. Like I said, this is a very good ROM hack. I recommend it. Yeah, it runs pretty good so far. You can tell, like I mentioned before, this is based off of Fire Red. Okay. Obviously, I guess you can choose the name here. Okay. No, obviously you're not gonna have all the features. Day and night features not there, but it's still pretty good. The clock stop, yep. It looks like the clock is not working. So I guess they were able to incorporate time, but it looks like it was not working simply because maybe it doesn't have a real-time clock inside. It's weird because it should have. It's definitely a good ROM hack. Let's see what she says here. Yeah, it's just like gold version. No, so far so good. Really, really good. It's a, like I said, these are good alternatives, especially if you don't have a flash cart, you just have an old retro, you know, like a reproduction cart, or you just want to like rebrand one of these old carts. Now, obviously, it'd be a little bit harder with using emerald because it looks like emerald, so it's not the easiest one to do. But something like here, you could definitely do, or just a plain one, you could definitely put a whole new sticker on it, and it looks totally different. All right, so you can see enough now. Now let's just move over to Fire. It used to be Fire Emblem. Now this one didn't work on the emulator. Let's see if it works here. Ah, look. So it didn't work on the GB Operator when I tried to load it, but it works here. So that's cool. So I do that. Oh, what the? Okay. All right. So works. You can see this is playing off of an old Fire Emblem one, so it definitely works. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to try this stuff on some of the older hardware and let's see how it runs. First up, let me try Open Laura with a Game Boy Micro. See how it goes. That's one thing I miss hearing from the Analogue. Okay, let's see. Not the best screen. There we go. I have to like put it. Okay. Where's these? It runs. It runs on a Game Boy Micro, so it's definitely good to do if you want to put your own homebrew games on it or Rom Hacks. This is definitely one way to do it. You just load it onto a reproduction cart. Okay, real quick, let's just try this one here. Yep, so far it runs. I'm gonna go through the whole setup again. This is that always says that, but that means that the battery's not working. Okay, yeah, that one runs. Let's do another test for the Game Boy Advance. I have a, let's see, I got a DS Lite. All right, let's see if this one has a charge. I should have checked that before. There we go. It does. All right, let's see. That's loading up. Put some sound right in the middle. Yep, it loads up, works, same as the other one. Okay, let's do Open Laura real quick. And I'll just try the Pokemon Prism. There we go. See how Open Laura looks. And it loads up. Yeah, there you go, look. So it definitely works. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, it works. It's so cool. All right, so I can definitely say that the overriding the Repro carts work on the original hardware and the Analogue Pocket. Just one last final test. I'm going to take the Prism that I've uploaded to this reproduction cart. Let's put it into an original Game Boy Color, I mean. There should be no reason why it wouldn't work. And there you go. It works just fine. Nice. All right. So I think I have seen enough. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You guys are awesome. Have a good one.